Yeah. Welcome to another episode of The Advocate Show Video Editing. I'm your host, Elias, and today we are going to edit or going to start the beginning processes of editing a documentary that we have coming out soon. It's a very intense subject. And I am responsible for putting it all together and making it all packaged into a feature film. So let's get right into it. Let's go into the folders here. As you can see, we already have most of what we need. We have the interviews here. And that's pretty much the meat and potatoes right here together. They are 43.7, 66.8, and 63. So we have well over 100 gigs just in these three guys here. I did a few digging and got a few scores that will go along with a few possible scores that may play during the whole thing. And we also got some small clips of each of them saying part of their piece. Each of these guys, just for context, don't mind my daughter in the background. Each of these guys have done time. Each of these guys have not only done time, but they have experienced quite a bit in solitary confinement, which is what this whole thing is about. The idea is to abolish solitary confinement. The client who hired me, that's their plan. So what we're going to do is jump right into it. We're going to bring up Premiere and start the organizing phase of putting the project together, putting the interviews where they're supposed to be, the score, the music, all that kind of stuff, so that everything looks pretty good. So I'm going to do a whole new project. Project location is going to be somewhere else. It's going to be where we want it to be. It's just right there, boom. And the name is going to just be called simply pretty straightforward. Let's start it up. Create the whole thing. I like to have my project folder here. And let's start importing. Let's start importing some stuff. What are you saying over there? So we're going to put all the interviews where they need to be. And we're going to copy. No, we're not going to copy. We're going to rename, then copy, then come back here, and paste, then drag all of those in there. Alright. Rename, copy, come here, paste. got that. Drag them in their respective folders. Wait for these peaks to generate. I like to wait for the peaks to generate before I start importing more. I understand that these interviews are about anywhere from a half hour to 46 minutes long. And they're two different camera angles. 4K camera angle. I think they both might be 4K actually. So we're not using proxies. We're doing it the hard way. And I don't think I'm going to wait anymore. Going to upload my means here. And drag him in his folder. Boom. Then we're going to sequence. And sequence 1. There we go. And then we want to have a music folder. Alright. But I didn't unzip the files yet, so let's do that. Unzip the files of the music that we've downloaded, and I downloaded from a site that allows me to also download the stems. And recently I've had issues of the stems not copying all the way, so let's see what happens here. Alright, no problem there. A dark mind. Rename, bop, bop. Take it back here. Yeah. Oh. Dark mind, drag and drop. See what we were thinking about here. Now I know I switched the speakers. Let's try it again. As you can hear, pretty Nora, get off the laptop like that. Yeah, so that's the mood we're bringing, because these guys are not talking about rainbows and sunshine. Unfortunately. Foggy skies. Let's extract. Extract all of it, please. Foggy skies. Nice. Alright. Let's save. And then we got one more to add here. Or two more. Extract. We're extracting all of the music scores we'll be using possibly for this edit. Something to dramatize the whole thing further. Although what they say is already dramatic, already traumatizing. This is gonna... icing on the cake. Yep, this is the tedious part of the edit. Nice. And one more. I believe I seen. Dark Star. Mm-hmm. Yep. Extract all of it. Extract all of it. Do it. Up, here we go. It had to be something. And of course, it's the actual, it's literally the whole production, the whole mastered piece. Try again, please. But you're not gonna do it. I don't know why this happens. I gotta get to the bottom of it, but damn, messing me up with this, huh? Messing me up. All right. Alright, so we have that. One of the things that we were waiting for before we started editing was some data that was going to come down from, I guess, some kind of national center somewhere in regards to the numbers, the digits, regarding solitary confinement and how it helps people. How it helps people deter from doing crime or whatever. It doesn't, but you know. Let me see here. What do we have? We have web stuff. Alright, so basically, since each of these guys have anywhere from a half hour to a 45-minute interview, and they have 2 camera angles, you already know we have to break each of these things down. I don't want to see the media start and end. I don't want to see that. Alright, so this is 21 seconds.
Finally did to him to allow to leave. Finally did to him to allow to alleviate their issue with him and his issue with them, because it was an ongoing problem, and it's like if it came to the point where we think that officers was nitpicking with him to make him to set him off, because mentally he's a book genius because he went to MIT. I think I told you about this.
Yeah, you got guys in prison that's smart as shit. Make one mistake in life,
Like,
and it don't even be a significant mistake. You might have stole a candy bar or some shit, and then they lock your ass up for who knows how long.
We correspond and talk to each other throughout the day. Some of us not every day, but we network and we tell.
All right, so let's line up the two camera angles. We have one for the side here, and then the one that you've seen already, that's from the front. All right.
Common sense on how to grasp it.
And you see
Everyday things that make people.
if you can hear, the one from the side is coming straight from the camera. It's a boom mic. So you're getting all of the reverb of the room. You're getting a lot of our reactions. And that's not the sound we're going to be using for this documentary. We're going to be using the sound from the front camera, which has just him.
Tell each other about different jobs or different that, different this.
Right. All right. Let's line it up.
Common sense on how to grasp it. Everyday things that people, attain to, and people that deal with. He ain't got that.
He ain't got that. All right.
He went to MIT, but as far as his common sense on how to grasp with everyday things that people, attain to, and people that deal with, he ain't got that.
Bam. Mark in. Mark in. And we're going to do this one first. And we're going to do this one second. And as you can see, if I do it right, you should see the waves of the audio tracks. I don't know what's going on. You should see the waves of the audio tracks kind of look similar. And I think I did it looks like I did a good job.
Comes to that.
Yeah.
But as far as wit
Yeah.
and his smarts, it's astronomical. Numbers is all.
I'm so sorry that he's.
But solitary confinement did that to him because he had it.
So, if we take this and mute this track, we should just hear.
They call an indefinite stay in the SHU program, which is Supermax Housing Unit. He never left. He was in the SHU for 10 years or better.
God damn. Oh, man. All right. What we're going to do from the gate is we're going to designate these guys a color just so I can visually see the differences between each of their talks. So I'm going to make Andre yellow. What did I say? I said yellow. Right, and now that we've lined him up, as you can see, he takes about 40 minutes. And this thing stops here. So that means we have another part to...
Activity to do after school. Now if it ain't a cell phone babysitting the kids.
6650, 6651.
Or like we correspond and talk to each other throughout the day.
Throughout the day. Yep.
Kids have nowhere to go no more.
Can we pause just for a moment? Sorry about that. You're saying some great things, and we got all of it just up until now.
So that's another thing that's important too. One of my cameras, I think it was a 66 or something like that, either stopped recording or got overheated. So I just let them know, hey, this thing is done really quick, because I'm shooting on 4K and it gets overheated pretty fast when you shoot that high resolution. So
Now we just
let's
had a
continue.
adjustment. You're making so many great points.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you for that.
no problem.
I'm really glad you brought up your extreme sentence, because
yeah.
that is so outrageous.
Yeah. And I asked the parole board that before. I asked the parole board, where does the crime meet the punishment? Because they said, Mr. Manuel, why did it take you 12 years to come to the parole board? And I said, I'm going to come to the parole board when I feel like I don't want to come back to prison.
Let me see where we gotta meet up at again.
Or like, we correspond and talk to each other throughout the day.
Throughout the day. So I gotta find him saying that here. I'm not sure how long that's gonna be.
When I got it made in my mind that I don't want to when I don't want to do wrong no more, and I don't want to come out of prison, that's when I want to come to the parole board to ask for your release and ask for your compassion. Because I've got a drug charge, so I don't have the serious charge that other people have.
Yeah, it's a non-violent offense.
It is a non-violent
Totally
offense, but what made it a
outrageous.
violent offense is the drugs. At the time, drugs was a violent offense. They just took drugs off the books to be a violent offense in
See that?
2018.
So when he was put in prison, he said the drugs made his offense violent. And they recently took that stipulation off of the drugs, so drug offenses aren't violent anymore. But for those who got into the prison for violent offenses, they should have been let go immediately. But they didn't. He said they let it go, 2008?
2018, when they changed the habitual law, you can no longer get a habitual sentence for drugs.
You can no longer get habitual sentence for
You have to be
drugs.
sentenced accordingly to the drugs. But before then, trafficking cocaine was a violent offense. And in Delaware, the state of Delaware, you only need 5 grams to traffic cocaine.
Oh, wow.
And that makes it a violent offense. Because I had a weapon, that made it a Class B felony, which is carrying a concealed deadly weapon during the commission of a felony. The felony being the trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's broken in all these ways. Yeah.
But like I said, it starts with the legislative branch of making the laws before we even get to the public corrections. And their job is just to safeguard the public.
Absolutely.
That's what the Department of Corrections' job is, to safeguard the public and make sure when they release somebody, he's not going to be a danger to the society anymore. But that also comes with the person that they're releasing. He has a job to do too, to better himself.
Right.
And everybody have a job to do. Like they don't wake up, put uniforms on, to come to work and get $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 just to come to work and just drink coffee and just talk about deer stories with their friends. That's what goes on.
Wow.
And whatever happens, it don't matter what happens. Sometimes but like I said, everybody in public correction not bad apples. I met a lot of good people that work in public correction. A lot of good people. A lot of people told me a lot of good life lessons from the warden from 2 different prisons. Matter of fact, I used to always have conversations with Warden Johnson down at SCI. He's a good guy.
Oh, you're down in Sussex too?
Yeah, I finished in Sussex. I always have conversations with Warden May. Actually, Warden May was the one who gave me my job working for Just Detention International. I used to work for Just Detention International teaching sexual harassment, sexual misconduct. I work with PREA. I taught PREA class.
Oh, that's great.
Prison Rape Elimination Act. Yeah, I had to be certified through the Department of, I had to get certified from the lawyer who actually argued PREA to Congress. She came down to Sussex County and really did a curriculum with me and 3 other guys.
Wow, that's really great work.
Yeah, we was 3 guys in the whole state of Delaware who had this guy. Well, four of us in the whole state of Delaware that actually had the curriculum, the training and stuff. They became certified PRIA instructors. So before I left, I certified
I'm not hearing
other people because they could get new certifications than me. So I had to take them through the class and stuff like that. 3 guys, yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of great work. I mean, you're really, and I know you've got a big plan that you're working towards. I mean, it's inspiring to see how, despite that long sentence and the fact that they made you be in solitary for 2 years, it's inspiring to see how you are persevering in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even a challenge. It's more of a will. It's more of a will to like accomplish better. Cause I want better. I want great. I want great, and I know great can come, but it's a process. Everything's a process. So it will come.
That's really great. Did you find any helpful programs that helped you find work once you got out, or did you do that all on your own, or?
No program helped me find work.
So now, yeah, I'm
Um,
trying to stall
I
because
found
my
work through networking with different other
camera's
inmates that
overheated.
already been released. We got like
So we're just chit chatting.
a strong, positive team of inmates that I did with. All of us working. Some of us got CDOs, some of us got CDOs, some of us got our own businesses. But everybody that I'm part of a team with, it's like 6 of us, and we all like we correspond and talk to each other throughout the day. Some of us not every day, but we network and we tell each other about different jobs or different that, different this.
I think I missed it. Nora, chill out, please. She said throughout the day or from time to time.
Or like we correspond and talk to each other throughout the day.
Throughout the day. So I almost missed that.
We correspond and talk to each other throughout the day.
Yeah. Nora, oh, why are you scratching that? Of course, since you're 2 years old, you'll do exactly what I'm asking you not to do.
So it's not every day. So it's not every day, but we network and we tell each other about different jobs or different that, different this.
That's great.
Yeah, as far as credit building.
All right. So we got that. And then it overheated again.
Somebody, a person who steals, a drug addict, you're worth more than that. Now, how can you pull that worth out of that person? That's what the Department of Justice, the Department of Correction job is. How can you pull that?
So this was 51, 52. All right, I'm gonna have to get her. You're doing everything you can to make things complicated. Why are you scratching that? You never do that. Here, mess with this. You've never done this before, ever. You feel what I'm saying, Nora? Like, why are you doing that?
I know.
Jeez. All right, so now this last.
If it's mentally first, you have to get a thought process first.
Thought process first.
Self-worth out of that person and let him identify like.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I had to tell him again that the joint kept
It's because
overheating.
what you're saying is so it's so profound. The camera can't handle it. No, but it's true. You're really on a roll. I love what you were saying. I felt that way too when we were talking on the phone. I was writing everything down because you have so many great ideas. And you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know the problem. You know the society's problem is, and this is a whole. They always talk about. I'm a 4-time convicted person for weapons, and you know why I got convicted of weapons? Because the gun was readily available. If you want to stop the problem with guns, it's not the person. It's how society makes guns readily available.
Right.
You have to start there. And you know, I didn't want to give the legislative that little nugget, but that's what they don't get wrong. They think a gun kill. If this was a gun and I set that gun right there, how is that gun gonna kill anybody? That gun is not gonna kill nobody. But if I'm out there and me and him get arguing, and now I know that gun is right there, it's readily available for me to grab it and then go commit that crime.
Right.
So if the manufacturer.
So why am I not hearing stuff on his plan?
And making it so easy for people to obtain guns, because there shouldn't be nobody on the street walking around with AR-15s.
Yeah.
That's illegal. There shouldn't. Matter of fact, what do you need an AR-15 for? People got that. I just seen them on TV.
Yeah.
Where they just bomb Israel, just bomb Palestine all night long. They've been bombing
Yeah.
them people over there. They're walking around. They're in a war zone. That's why they have AR-15s. It shouldn't be no AR-15s on the streets of Wilmington.
Yeah. You're right.
It shouldn't be no. These are assault weapons. How are assault weapons getting on the streets of the United States of America?
Right.
That's the problem with the gun problem, the gun pandemic. How are the guns being readily available?
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's not that, it does come down to mental health, because you know everything we do in life is mentally first.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to get a thought process first.
Bam. Wait, what?
So it becomes life is mentally first. You have to get a thought process first. You have to get a thought process first.
Alright.
So it becomes mental, then it becomes before you even get the physical, it becomes mental, then it may become
Alright, so all his track, wait. One more. Now the other one went down. Or it didn't go down, it just,
when I think about that, it's like
think about that.
age of 15 years old in Salisbury. She did 19 years and 6 months. I did 21 years in 2 months. It's just when I think about that,
Oh, okay, so this runs right next to,
it's like, but you know, I say to myself, God don't make no mistakes. He don't make no mistakes. And everything happens for a reason when you're of the kingdom. You know, when you're serving a higher purpose, everything happens for a reason.
bet. Alright. 40. Almost 50 minutes with him. So that track is laid. And what I should do is, since each of these guys, they should each have their own sequence. Yep. And then we'll have a master sequence. That's how we'll do it. All right, Emmanuel's done, or Andre's done. Now we gotta get our brother Shake going here. I'll make him brown.
Here as Emmanuel Redding and Sheikh Ali, or one or the other?
Just Sheikh Ali.
Shake Ali.
First draft of it, and that's why we've been putting together all this other stuff, so that when we share this, because I'm an outside person, I am an independent writer, I work for a number of nonprofits.
To pick up money at the desk. For me, CLU, the mental.
All right, so do you want your name to appear as Emmanuel Redding and Sheikh Ali, or?
Shake.
I'll start whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good? Okay, before we
He was with him for about 40 minutes.
talked, you made some really important points about the high rate of recidivism being due to the problem of the system not helping people in reentry. You said a man doesn't do 30 years just to go straight back. And I think an important point a lot of people forget is that most people, even though we have a high rate of extreme sentencing, most people who are incarcerated end up coming back to the community. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, most of them come back to the community. More so than anything, you know, because dealing with myself, but after you're doing 30 and 40 years in prison, yeah, most of them come back to the community. But after you, but after you're doing 30 and 40 years in prison, the community has changed, the family unit has changed, the love and trust has suffered, you know, more so than anything, you know, because dealing with myself, I've been in jail 46 years and
God damn. Oh man, can't imagine. 6473.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, no.
I should bring to live tomorrow, the next day. You only dream of that.
Yay. Oh, yay. No.
Yeah, it's
You
just
have family here now.
yeah, but like I said, when you're in prison, things change. You know, 46 years to 50 years.
All right. You got pretty emotional with this, brother, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, good. I ain't even gonna lie. All right. His is laid down pretty simple. Put him in his folder. Then we got one more. Hasani. And it should be straightforward as well. But we're gonna label him green.
You don't mind me asking, was it any of the people I like?
Yes, Andre was so.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
We just went and got our hair cut together yesterday
you?
for this.
Really?
Yeah.
I texted him yesterday. I texted with him yesterday too. That's so funny. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe having each story on its own too, if that's okay.
Was it, you don't mind me asking, was it any of the people I like gave to you?
Andre was so.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
We
I just got him the clap.
Maybe having each story
He
on its
claps
own
for
too,
us.
if that's okay.
was it, you don't mind me asking, was it any of the people I
Yes, thank you.
you don't mind me asking, was it any of the people I like gave to you?
Yes, Andre was so.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
We just went.
Clap
Thank you.
right there. All right. Bam.
Like gave to you.
Andre was so.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
We just went and got our hair cut together
Did
yesterday
you?
for this.
Really?
Yeah.
I texted him yesterday. I texted.
Nice. Cool. Okay. And he was about a half hour. Nice. So, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to go. It doesn't matter who I start with, really. Andre, Shaker, Hassani. I'm gonna have to cut individually their interviews. I'm gonna go through their interviews and basically switch between a view like this, which is very wide, and a close-up. Let's start with Hassani.
I texted with him yesterday too.
Let's see where we start.
So I just want you to know I'm.
Our boss.
Oh, you ready? Okay. All right. So I would like to start with the community organizing quote that we talked about. So I loved your quote from before. If the numbers say that almost 90% of us are going to return to society and the objective is to protect society, then you will want to positively rehabilitate us so that when we come home, we are not broken. So if you could explain to a policymaker why it is important to end solitary confinement, what would you say?
Well, I would say completely that. I would say that.
Alright, so we don't need all that stuff up until this point. Let's move it over. Bam. Start from here. And we have the side view. And the side view looks like... Is it 4K? I don't think so. Oh, it might be. That might be, it is.
I would say that, it's important to end solitary confinement for the simple fact your numbers that you rely on so much says that over 90% of
Alright, and this is 100. And this is 50. But we're going to keep it at 100. And then we just gonna... I guess we'll keep them centered.
us is going to come back home, literally come back home. And the objective is for us to return to society and be as productive as we can be and contribute on a positive basis. So you kind of would want to exhaust everything that you could in order to make us whole, so.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So that's what Hasini now. Shake. Same thing.
So it was just a thing like establish a relationship bonds with them individually, collectively, and everything, and learn them as a person.
End up coming back to the community. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, most of them come back to the community.
Stop that. Move everything over.
Main ingredients of sauce out here, love. Everybody seems like they want to think using, tricking, manipulating people come home from jail. Because, people do come home, save some money, do come home, but
Those are the top. And then Mr. Manuel.
Yeah.
He
And
don't
then
got- he
I'm
don't
sure.
got- like that. He's like a child. And when it comes to that,
Yeah.
but as far as wit
Yeah.
and his smarts,
Then we're gonna copy that here.
it's astronomical without the bill. The numbers is off the charts.
I'm so sorry that he's.
But solitary confinement did that to him because he had what they call an indefinite stay in the SHU program, which is Supermax Housing Unit.
Yeah.
He never left. He was in the SHU for 10 years.
He said indefinite. Wow. Indefinite stay. All right. So we got our guys here. I'm gonna put this in this folder. We got the music. What other things we're definitely gonna need a miscellaneous folder, and that is going to have no new bin, no new bin. That is going to have the final sequence in it. That's also going to have color mats that I typically use for all of my projects in some way, shape, or form. That's going to be in there. What else we got? I do like these grunge stuff. I might take those. Yeah. I'll take both of them. And this is the actual room in solitary confinement in Delaware. Damn. And cover. cancel. So what I did was I took this. Now I made this on my phone, y'all. I had 3 of these guys' pictures, and I did it on my phone. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna paste it right there. And might embellish it some more. We have the notes here. But she gave us notes. So let's tap into the notes that she gave us. Yes. November 22nd. Nine days ago. Alright. So, what we're gonna do is take what she wrote and keep moments from Orsini and basically copy and paste it, right? So, copy, paste. Alright, so this is basically like an outline, right? So I gave her, I believe I gave her some of what was said if she didn't take some notes herself. These are some quotes that she definitely wanted me to include. Where? Key points. All right, got that. And this can go here. Exit, save, and we're good. So we're gonna go to Video Hive now and download some resources, some fonts. And I think this one right here works very good for, I like the grudge part of it. So we're gonna hold that there. Let's do a search. Grunge. We want a nice font that speaks to prison. Speaks to prison. I wonder if I would type it in and it'll give me something. What will it give me? mold. What's another thing that I could? Sick. Grunge. We did grunge already. What's a good word or adjective to use for these fonts, man? Harsh. Vandalism. I think these are good to what we have so far. Maybe not North End either. This looks pretty good. I think I like Praga. All right. All right, and we're closing time. Don't need that. Don't need that. Do we got any stock video at prison? not sure. Let's look at a little bit more. Guilty criminals lay and sit on the beds. Alright. Crafts. Actually, we'll wait for the data to get all that. Alright. I think we're good for today. We've laid each of these guys' timelines out. Yep. And we got the music, we got the miscellaneous stuff. We will continue this tomorrow, probably. Until then, I appreciate you guys, man.